What is up, guys? We are facing Mojo on expert mode with Cable. So with the main scheme setup, we selected fantasy and horror as our two Mojo modular sets. And it says to choose one set aside encounter set at random. So we're gonna shuffle up these two and then randomly pick one to put into the encounter deck here. So we got horror. So fantasy will be set aside over here. And then we will put in the horror cards into the Mojo deck here. And then the horror environment will come into play. It's called the Mojo files. Each minion gains quick strike. Each ally takes -1 consequential damage after attacking a minion. It says when reviewed, discard each other setting environment in play. I think this is the only one because this is a spinning environment. And then if this card is reviewed from the encounter deck, it gains surge. Okay. So we shuffled up the encounter deck. Mojomania comes out here with 10 initial threat. And then we did that. Okay, and then Mojo's when reviewed is to place 2 threat on each friendly character. He has a force response in hero form. So after your turn ends, discard the top 4 cards of the encounter deck and place 1 threat on your hero for each card discarded this way that does not belong in the Mojo encounter set. So it's only when we're in hero form. And I think we did everything for Mojo. Yeah, okay. And then let's shuffle up the encounter deck here. And then draw up to our hand size of 6. All right. And then let's see what we got. Oh, we got Gray Malkin on turn 1, which is awesome. I don't think we need the rest of these cards. We actually want to save Wasp as well. So let's mulligan discard these 4 and then draw 4 more cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we got a call for backup. Okay, so let's see. We have Gray Malkin and call for backup. So I'm not sure what to grab with the player's side scheme. Let me think. I think we want to get okay, so with Cable's Soldier X, we can search our deck for the setup and discard pile for any player's side scheme, put it into play. So I think we actually want to get one that we can easily clear with Cable, and we can get Gray Malkin back out. Or we could get, yeah, I think lock and loaded here. Okay, cool. So we're going to put in lock and load into play. This will come with 2 threat. Whenever it's defeated, we can search our deck and discard pile for a weapon upgrade with a cost of 3 or less and then put it into play. So this will come with 2 threat. All right, and then let's go ahead and start our turn. So we don't even need to do an alter ego. So let's go ahead and flip over here to hero form Cable, and then this threat will stay on us. We want to get down Gray Malkin. I think, let's see, if we use Gray Malkin, generate the resource. Okay, so let's use this as 2 resources so we can play Gray Malkin. We can exhaust Gray Malkin to generate an energy resource. This would be a second energy resource for a total of 2, so we can play Wasp. She gets +1 hit point for each PIM counter on her, and then whenever she enters play, place a PIM counter for each energy resource we use overpay for her 0 cost. So since we use 2, she gets 2 PIM counters and she has 2 hit points. All right. And then Cable is going to Thor for 2 from lock and loaded. That will clear this off entirely. Okay, so when this is defeated, each player may search your deck and discard pile for a weapon upgrade with a cost of 3 or less and put it into play. Let's get our plasma rifle right here, and it comes into play. We can exhaust the plasma rifle and spend an energy resource to do 1 damage for each side scheme in our victory display. So lock and loaded or lock and load will go into the victory display now. This will be our first side scheme here. And then Cable has an effect. After he defeats a side scheme, we can ready him once per phase. And Gray Malkin has an effect. After we defeat a player's side scheme, it can just ready. So I think we want to go ahead and use Gray Malkin to generate a resource so we can play Call for Backup. So come in with 3 threat on here. And then I don't think we want to do anything with that right now. Let's see, Mojo's here. Okay, let's have Cable. Um, we could definitely clear this next turn. I think it's going to be the better play. Let's have Cable thwart for 2 from, let's take it from Culvert back up. Actually, let's take it from Mojomania here. So we're going to throw this down. Wait, oops, to 8, I mean. And then Wasp is going to swing and hit Mojo for 3. So that'll bring it from 18 down to 15. And she will take a consequential damage. And that ends our turn, right? Yeah, so, okay. So let's ready up first. And we're drawing back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, great, we got the mind scan. And we got Nick here. Okay, so we drew to our hand size. Force response after your turn ends in hero form. Discard the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Place 1 threat on your hero for each card discard that does not belong to the Mojo encounter set. So we have 3 horror cards here. So we get 3 threat on Cable. So Cable goes up to 5 threat. Okay, and then I think we did everything. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be Mojo's turn. He's going to add 1 threat to the main scheme. It goes up to 9. And then don't do anything else with that. Sorry guys, it's my first time playing Mojo, so I'm not sure. I just want to make sure I got everything correct. Okay, Mojo is going to attack us. He has a base of 1. I think let's just take to the face because it's just 1 attack, right? Actually, we could defend and then mind scan to ready back up. Yeah, let's actually do that. So we're gonna defend for 2. He's hitting with a base of 1 plus a boost card here of 2 more. So he's gonna be hitting for 3 damage. We're blocked for 2. We take 1 damage, dropping from 12 down to 11. Then we get a face down encounter card, which is top billing. Heal 1 damage from each character you control. Place 2 threat on each character you control. Okay, so it's good because Wasp gets a heal 1, Cable heals 1, so we go back up to our full hit points of 12, and then they each get a threat, which is not good. All right, and that ends Mojo's turn. I don't think we're gonna do anything right here, right? Let me see. If your turn ends, so whenever we flip or character leaves play, then we move all the threat over to the main scheme with the main scheme's ability. Okay, so it's back to our turn. Let's see, I think we want to. How do we want to get Nick in? Then we want to get Nick in through the call for backup. Okay, so let's use Grey Malkin to generate an energy resource. Use Nick Fury as a second resource so we can play Mind Scan. Hero action, remove 3 threat from scheme, remove 1 additional threat from scheme for each side scheme in the victory display. We won't have 1 here, so it's going to do 4 threat. Let's clear off call for backup. So when this is defeated, each player may search their deck and discard pile for an ally and put into play. So let's get Nick Fury. We can put him into play. When he enters play, we can choose one. Let's pick the one and draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, this will go into the victory display now. And then Cable can ready with this effect to ready once per phase, and we can ready the Grey Malkin indefinitely. All right, so let's see. We got Nick. We do want to still get the superpower training in and just leave it in kind of for next turn. And then, see, are we going to be, I think we're going to be attacking him this turn. Okay, let's go ahead. I think I also want to get the professor in. Let's see. Okay, we want to get, okay, let's use Grey Malkin to generate an energy resource so we can play superpower training. This will come in with 3 threat. And we don't want to clear that yet. And then we want to see if we get in, I think, Bug and the professor. Okay. Or we could just get in Sunfire for a little more damage. No, I think we want Bug here. Okay, so let's use this as 2 resources. Whoops. So we can play Bug. And then let's use this as a resource so we can play the professor. We can't do anything with this right now because it's an option equal action. Okay, and then let's see here. We want Wasp to swing and hit Mojo again for another 3. That'll bring it from 15 down to 12. she will take a consequential damage. Okay. Next, we want Bug to let's have him just swing and hit Mojo for 1. That'll bring him down to 11. Bug will take a consequential damage. Cable will swing and hit Mojo for 2. That'll bring him down to 9. And then Bug has an effect. After your hero makes a base attack, heal 1 damage from Bug. So we can clear our damage off. Nick is going to Thor for 2 from the main scheme. So bring this down to 7. And then Nick will take a consequential damage. Okay, that will end our turn. Let's ready back up here. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, we got another mind scan, which is awesome. And we got Ironheart here. Okay. So it is Mojo's turn. He's gonna add a threat to the main scheme. Oh wait, I forgot about this. So force once after your turn ends, discard the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yikes. Okay, only 1 Mojo card. So that means we place 1 threat on our hero for each card discard that does not belong to the Mojo encounter set. So we gotta put 3 more threat on Cable here. Yeah. Okay. So now it's Mojo's turn. Now he adds the 1 threat to the main scheme. So it goes up to 8. And the Cable has 9 threat on him. So that is not good for whenever we flip. Okay, Mojo's going to attack us. He has a base of 1. We're going to have Nick defend. This would be his boost card. 1 + 1 for a 2 damage. Nick Fear is defeated. He gets discarded. And then we get a face down encounter card, which is Paparazzi. This is obligation with Hinder 10. So we put 10 threat on here. We can either choose to exhaust a character you control or discard 1 card from hand to remove 2 threat from here. And we do this action indefinitely. Okay, and then when your turn ends, remove all threat from here to the main scheme and discard this card. Okay, so it's back to our turn. So let's see. I think we want to get out. Okay, so if all that threat goes on the main scheme, how much are we mind scanning for? Okay, we want to clear out superpower training as well. Okay, let's use Grey Malkin to generate a resource. We're going to use Hulk as a second resource so we can play Ironheart. Whenever she enters play from her hand, we can draw 1 card. So let's get a card here. Okay, we got a Genius, which is pretty nice. Okay, and then we want to, let's have Bug thwart for 1 from superpower training. This will bring us down to 2. Bug will take a consequential damage. We're gonna have Cable thwart for 2 from superpower training. That will clear this off. So when this side scheme is defeated, we can search our deck and discard pile for an identity specific upgrade and put it into play. So I think we're gonna look through our discard pile here. And why don't we get the telekinetic force field? Yeah, we're gonna put the telekinetic force field into play. So this is hero form only when a friendly character would take any amount of damage. We can discard this card to prevent all that damage. So superpower training will now go into the victory display. We got 3 side schemes in the victory display now. And then after defeating the side scheme, we can ready up Cable and Grey Malkin. Okay, next, we definitely want to do a big thwart with Mind Scan. And we can just put this down as well. Okay, so let's put down, take out the guards. So coming with 4 threat. When defeated, we can defeat a non-elite minion, I mean. Okay, and then, let's see. I think we want to Mind Scan the main scheme. So let's use this as a double resource. So we can play a Mind Scan. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Remove 1 additional threat from that scheme for each side scheme in the victory display. We have 3, so it's going to be 6 threat off the main scheme. This will bring us from 8 down to 2. Okay. And then next, let's use, wait, what was the plan here? Why do I have the Ascani Sun in my hand? Oh, I have Grey Malkin to do the thing for Plasma Rifle. I'm not sure. I did not plan that right because I still have the Ascani Sun. What if I play the Ascani Sun and then can Cable clear off? If we do that, oof, the Wasp dies. Okay, so we're not gonna. Okay, so we're gonna exhaust Grey Malkin to generate an energy resource to use our Plasma Rifle. We're gonna exhaust this card and spend an energy resource. which is the Gray Malkin, and then do 1 damage to enemy for each side scheme in the victory display. We have 3, so we're going to hit Mojo for 3. That'll bring it from 9 down to 6. Okay, and then I don't want to use this action here, so we could discard a card from our hand to remove 2 threat. And then, okay, so let's do that. We're going to use this action, discard a card from your hand, remove 2 threat from here. So let's drop this from 10 down to 8, and then we can use action indefinitely. So we can also exhaust a character you control to discard 1 card. Oh, or discard or exhaust a character you control. So let's exhaust Wasp. Let's get another 2 threat off here. That'll bring it down to 6. Let's exhaust Ironheart. That will get another 2 off of here. So it's down to 4. And then we're going to have Cable. Let's have Cable swing and hit Mojo for 2. That will bring Mojo down to 4 hit points. And then we can heal Bug with that. Okay. And then that will end our turn. So we're going to ready everyone back up here. Okay. And then drawing back up to our hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got Telekinetic Blast. Okay, so when your turn ends, move all threat here to the main scheme and discard this card. So the main scheme now has 6 threat. Yeah, let's clean that up a little bit. Okay, and then hero form after your turn ends, discard the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nice. We got some Mojo cards this time. So place 1 threat on here for each card discard that does not belong to Mojo set. So we got 2 horror cards. So we put 2 threat on Cable. So Cable now has 11 threat. So after we flip, all this goes on the main scheme. So I'm wondering if we can somehow win this game without flipping. I'm not sure. Okay, so Mojo's turn begins. He's going to add 1 threat here to the main scheme. He is going to attack us here. I think we kind of want to see if we defend. Is there any way for us to clear off the guards? There is not. So we're going to take this attack to the face. He's hitting with a base of 1 plus a boost card of 0. Okay, we got really lucky there. So he's going to do 1 damage. That'll drop us from 12 down to 11. He only has 1 attack. Okay, and then let's see. So he attacked us. Then we get a face on encounter card, which is an advance. So Mojo is going to scheme with a base of 3 plus a boost card here of 3 more. Yikes. Okay, so he's scheming for a total of 6. So let's just put 6 on, and this will be a total of 13. So luckily the threshold is 25, which is pretty nice. Okay, and then it is back to our turn. All right, let's see. Do we want to build support, or do we actually want to? Let's check our discard pile to see if we have any more mind scans. So we have 1, 2. We have 1 more mind scan coming up, which means that it might be safe for us to flip down. Let's see. Do we want to try to gun Mojo down here? Because we do have a Telekinetic Blast. We can Gray Malkin him. And we have a lot of allies. Okay, we got build support. What we get with that? Probably just Boot Camp, which is already in our hand. And we will lose to take out the guards. I don't think we need to take out the guards right now. We get in build support. We can clear off with Cable and Bug. And then get Boot Camp in for some more damage from our allies. But then we can't play the Telekinetic Blast this turn, right? Let's see. If we use this to get the Boot Camp and we we can play Telekinetic Blast. All right, let's just do that. So let's use this as a resource so we can play build support. So in solo mode, we can only have 1 player side scheme, so we must choose to discard 1 out of it 2. So let's discard, take out the guards here. And then our only side scheme in play will be build support, or player side scheme. I mean, it's going to be build support. Okay, and then we're going to have Bug Thor for 1 from here. I'll bring this down. Oh, I just realized we want to use Gray Malkin first. But it's going to be a little bit less damage without this side scheme in here with our plasma rifle. I should use Gray Malkin to generate resource to play build support. That's okay. I don't want to do this anyways. Okay, so let's use our plasma rifle. Exhausted, spend energy resource, Gray Malkin. So we can do 3 damage to Mojo because we have 3 side schemes in the victory display. That'll bring him down to 1 hit point from 4. Next, Cable's going to Thor for 2 from build support. That'll clear this off. Whenever this is defeated, we can search our deck and discard pile for a support with the cost of 3 or less and put it into play. So this will go into the victory display now. So we have 4 cards. We can put our 3 cost support boot camp into play. So with this card, every ally we control gets +1 attack. Oh, Bugshare taking a consecrate damage. I forgot whenever he thwarted just now. Okay, after defeating a player's side scheme like build support, Cable can ready, and Gray Malkin can ready back up as well. And then, let's see, we want to go ahead and gun Mojo down here. So Ironheart has 2 attack. He only has 1 hit point, doesn't matter. So Ironheart's going to swing for 2 with the +1 from boot camp. That will bring Mojo down to 0 and flip him over to his final stage. When reviewed, place 3 threat on each friendly character. Oh, yikes. Okay. I didn't realize that. So Ironheart gets 3, Bug gets 3, Wasp gets 3, and then Cable gets 3 more as well. Okay, so if our allies die, we are kind of screwed. Okay, so let's see threat. Okay, nothing changes with that. That happens when you play. Okay, and he has 25 hit points. Okay, I think that's it with the flip. So next, let's use Gray Malkin to generate resource. This would be 2 more for a total of 3, so we can play Telekinetic Blast. It's attack, hero action. Do 6 damage to the enemy. Do 1 additional damage to the enemy for each side scheme in the victory display. We have 4, so we're going to do 10 damage to Mojo. That'll bring it from 25 down to 15, and then that will resolve the Telekinetic Blast. And we still have our last Telekinetic Blast and Mind Skin in the deck here. So I think we're actually doing pretty good. And let's go ahead and play Precognition. Look at the top X cards of the encounter deck, where X is equal to the number of side schemes in the victory display. So 1, 2, 3, 4 side schemes. So we're going to look at the top 4 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just realized when our turn ends, Mojo is going to discard all these cards, so it doesn't matter. We could flip over because it's only artifact in hero form. But I think we're okay. Let's check. He has a few cards left in his deck. I think we actually, let's see, do we want to flip? If we flip, we put all this threat on the main scheme, but we can control his encounter card, which might be helpful for us. Then we want Technovirus Resurgence as our encounter card. So if we flip over, we can get a big turn and try to finish him off next turn. Okay, so I think we're actually going to flip because this 13, we're going to be putting 1, 2, 3, we're going to put in how much more? 14. Oh, we have more threat on ourselves in here. Oh, if we put that threat on, how much can we thwart? We can thwart for 2. That brings us down to, okay, let's calculate this. It's going to be 27. We thwart for 2. Oh, we cannot flip. Because if we flip, we lose. Okay, so that means that the Precognition doesn't do anything. Yeah, because we just want to put it back on top because he's going to discard it all anyways. Okay, so since if we flip, we lose, we might as well just attack. Okay, so let's have Cable go ahead and swing for 2 at Mojo. That'll bring it from 15 down to 13. And after attacking, we can heal the damage from a Bug. And we're just going to try gunning him down next turn. So that'll end our turn. Let's ready back up. I thought the threat threshold was a little bit bigger. That's okay. We're going to draw back up to our hands as a 5. And we should be okay whether or not we get the Technovirus or the Telekinetic Blast because our allies have so much attack with Boot Camp. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, actually, we are a little bit. Actually, we have enough and we can survive this turn. Okay, so it's Mojo's turn. He's going to add. Wait, oh, first, after your turn ends, discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then place 1 threat on hero for each card. This card does not belong to the Mojo encounter set. So we have 2 Mojo cards, 3 non-Mojo cards. So we're going to put 3 threat on Cable. So Cable now has, this is 7. So Cable has good old 17 threat. Okay. Then Mojo is going to attack. He has a base of 2. We want to just take his attack to the face because if an ally dies, all their threat goes on the main scheme. So we're just going to take this. We have 11 hit points hitting with 2 plus a boost of 1. So he's going to do, oh, I forgot. First we place a threat in the main scheme as well. Villain's turn begins. Okay, now he's hitting us with 3 damage. We take it, dropping from 11 down to 8. Good thing this cable is so tanky. Okay, and then we get a face down encounter card, right? Yeah, which is Sniper Tail. Attached to Mojo, he gains Retaliate 2. Whenever any amount of damage we dealt to Mojo, place on here instead. Then if there's at least 5 damage, discard Stinger. Oh, that is the worst encounter card for us right here. Okay. Oh, yikes. Okay, I think that really puts a stunt in our plans here. We want to get the hand cannon down. Can I do anything? Can we clear off Technovirus Purge? We can't because we didn't get a Mind Scan or our Telekinetic Blast, which is still coming up. Yeah, Mojo's going to deck out here. I prefer to end him without decking out, but there's nothing we can do, I think. Okay, first, let's use our Plasma Rifle. So exhaust Grey Malkin, and then we can use the Plasma Rifle with this Grey Malkin as energy resource. So deal 4 damage to the enemy. The attack has ranged. So even though Mojo has retaliate, he won't retaliate against us because it has ranged. 4 damage for the 4 things in the victory, 4 sites in the victory display. So 2 damage, it gets placed on here instead. And it stays on here until there's 5 damage. So we did the 4 damage to Mojo there. No retaliate. Okay, and then we're gonna have Bug go ahead and swing for 2 with Boot Camp. So that'll go into here. He won't retaliate because if there's at least 5 damage, it gets discarded. Right? So when any money yeah, so this was now discarded, so the retaliate is gone before it will activate. Bug will take a consequential damage. Okay. Then we cannot let our allies die. We could have Cable clear off established perimeter. I think we want to do that. So let's check our discard pile. Oh crap, we're gonna deck out here. So any way for us to get enough damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And get 10 damage. Play Marvel Boy, and then finish him off. I think that's enough here actually. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, okay. We have just enough, I think. Okay, so let's use this as 2 resources so we can play a hand cannon. So the hand cannon will come in with 3 counters on here, 3 charge counters. Okay, and whenever Cable makes a basic attack, we can exhaust this card, remove a charge counter, and Cable gets +2 for that attack. So Cable is going to swing and hit Mojo for 2. Let's exhaust a hand cannon and remove a charge counter, so we get +2 attack. We're going to hit Mojo for 4. That'll bring it from 13 down to 9. Okay. Next, we're going to have Ironheart swing for, what's the threat on here? 19. Okay, we are actually just perfect. Okay, so Ironheart is going to swing for 2 because of Boot Camp. She gets +1 attack. So that will bring Mojo from 9 down to 7. And then she will take consequential damage. She gets discarded. This threat goes on the main scheme. So the main scheme now has 7. So take 6 off. Okay, so the main scheme's now at, what's that? Oh, it's only at 17. Okay, I thought it was more. And then let's use this as 2 resources so we can play Marvel Boy here. And then Marvel Boy is going to swing and hit Mojo for 2 +1 for Boot Camp. It's going to be 3 damage. That'll bring it from 7 down to 4. Marvel Boy takes a consequential damage. And a Wasp has 3 attack +1 with Boot Camp, so she can swing and hit Mojo for 4. And that will bring him down to 0. And that is Mojo on Expert Mode.